Well, hello. It is Lengro Live and it's Saturday morning, guys. It is the 6th of February and you're still here. We have got the best people backstage for you today. I've got Rose to do some sparring with. I also have the amazing singer Beckett. I have Jack Tyler, who's going to be interviewing him. I also have Sam, who can get you all oiled up. And I have the glorious Amanda Waring as well. Got your name out there, right? Hello, Nigel Porter. Good morning to you. Hello, Maria Evans. Dawn Rose, you're back with us as well. Karen Hooson, you're all there. And Sonia Lewis as well. Well, I'm a happy bunny. I've got all my dailies done for you guys up until the end of April and all my audio work as well. So I've got a really nice weekend. And do follow me today because I'm live on here for an hour. Then I'm going in my private members club. If you're not a member, then you can find out how you can join on Facebook. Then I'm going over to Derek Akora's page for an hour to guest host. Then I'm back on here. So today it's National Eat Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. So I hope that, as if by magic, look at that, the timing.
Not bad,
the timing, isn't it?
Have ice cream.
The timing couldn't have been better. Look. That's my breakfast. Oh my goodness.
It's so nice.
I've really got to have some because my throat's sore anyway. Hold on a second. Right. So that's gorgeous. I want to know what your favorite ice cream flavor is. Let me bring some banners up as well and sort of see how you are. Let's have a little look. That's what's coming up for us guys today. And of course, I'm going to start by doing some readings as well. Let's have a look what else it is. I would like to know what your most unusual, do you think? What's the most unusual flavor of ice cream that you've ever had? Karen Hooson loves ice cream. Rich and I, on one of our visits to see James Kislinbury at the London Tombs, presented Rich with a challenge. Tell him what you had, babe.
I had lovely ice cream with strawberry sauce.
Yep.
And scorpions.
Scorpions. Dried scorpions on his ice cream. I still kissed you after that as well.
And it exploded.
I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. Good morning, Eileen. How are you? Look, nice treats for breakfast. Sonia Lewis says strawberry for her. Mint choc chip, if that's how you say it, is right for me as well. Vanilla is other people's favorites. Rum and raisin as well. It's all out there, isn't it? Yes, of course. Let me do some readings for you guys. Hold on a second. Let's take that off. Let's give myself a nice branding banner, which is probably going to look a lot better than I do today, actually. Let's have a little look. Bear with me 1 second. Do you know how many banners I've got on here now? There's lots of items that I'll be bringing on later that are all to do with the gemstone shop. There we go. That's better, isn't it? There we go. Let me move up this way and then we can do some readings. Of course, if you don't know already, please make sure that you like, follow and share this page as well. The lovely Lengro team are on hand with some amazing conversations today. And if you're like me and you've got problems with your hair, Richard's hair is getting longer and longer, isn't it, Rapunzel? Then Rose is on hand to answer your hair questions as well. And of course, get some chat from all the Lengro team. So what do we know about astrology and about the planets at the moment? There's a party going on in the heavens, guys, because no less than 7 planets are moving into Aquarius. So you've heard of the musical Hair. I wonder if Amanda's been in that. Hair the musical, the age of Aquarius, that's what's happening at the moment. With any astrological fact that's occurring, such as Mercury being in retrograde at the moment. Can you die quieter, please? Mercury in retrograde at the moment, there's not an awful lot that we can do with delays that we get. Amanda's applied this to her life as well. Don't go through problems anymore. If something's not working, then go round it. If you don't know, Mercury turns direct on the 21st of this month. So hang on in there. Of course, it was also Time to Talk Day on Thursday, and we're going to be discussing mental health as well. Do check out the latest issue of Lengro magazine at lengro.co.uk. So who would like a reading? Let's have a little look. Here you go, my darling. Let me bring you up. And of course, today I'm using my own tarot cards, the Claire Petulengro Romany Gypsy Tarot cards. Stay tuned. Guess what we have today? Guess. We've got music. We haven't had music for ages. We've got Beckett's song to play to you guys. Okay, so the card that I've drawn for you, lovely, is the 8 of Pentacles. What do we know about 8s? we know that any 8, the same as in numerology, is a good luck card. It means that you wonder when your luck will change, but actually the card's undignified. So the luck's already within you. It's all about a positive mental attitude. We also have Pentacles, which if you do want to learn more about tarot, you can enroll in the Claire Lengro School of Divination. What timing do we get for Pentacles, babe?
Sorry, when?
What timing do we get for Pentacles?
Time, winter.
Winter. See, he's learning, isn't he? Easy for you to learn as well. In winter, things turn around for you, my darling. It's also when finances dramatically improve as well. Let's pick somebody else as well. I haven't seen you before, lovely. Do comment as well where you are in the world. Of course, we've got Z joining us from America as well. Don't know what she's doing up at this hour. Jane, let's do a reading for you. I like the sparkles, look. Looks a bit like orbs, doesn't it? That's an interesting question for today, isn't it? How many people have seen orbs? Well, I know what you'd ask. How many people have seen a UFO? When you shuffle tarot cards, if you have your own, whatever pack you've got, you can pick from the top or you can pick from a spread as well. And I have got the King of Swords for you. It means you miss someone. It means that you miss someone who's not here anymore and you're looking for answers that you think they would have given you. And what do we do when we want answers from someone who's no longer around? We think about what they would have said. And obviously with this person, you've got a bond. A lot of decisions coming up for you to make. Stop asking other people what you should do. And instead, think about what's best for you. Let's have a look. Oops. So thank you very much. That's for your reading. Positive life, positive mind. Indeed, my darling. Nigel Porter, I want to know this. Are you really in the North Pole? Because that's crazy. And if you do live in the North Pole, what's it like? And how's Santa feeling after that weird drop-off he's had to do last year? Mind you, Sam would know that as well, wouldn't she? On the Wirral as well, and have seen tons of orbs, lots of comments. We're going to do another reading, and then you're going to hear a song from an amazing young man called Beckett. So let's have a look. And there'll be more readings later as well. I'm just going to pick this because Walter was my great-grandfather's name. He was a gypsy man called Walter Smith, a fine figure of a man that you didn't mess with and wore the most amazing hats. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to do you a reading and pick a card for you on this. What's the weather like outside, babe?
It was very sunny this morning. It's now very cloudy.
Very sunny, but now very cloudy. Indeed, you picked a card I would have picked for my great-grandfather as well, the Strength card, played by my daughter, Honey. A few things from this card for you. You are indeed someone who's full of strength, courage, and determination. But what we see here is we see that certain tarot cards have an affiliation with a herb. And here, this card is affiliated with cayenne pepper. It means your immune system needs a boost as well. Don't look for strength from others when you can find it yourself. It also shows the need to recover, my darling. So if you haven't been feeling too well, make sure that you take it easy on yourself as well. Oh, I like this. Hello, Stella. So Stella says, my friend was gypsy. Her name was Sue Smith, and she's now passed. Got to have a gypsy in your life. That's why I keep telling my friends anyway. So let me just get this brand off. Well, you've got to feel for me, guys. You really have. Let me take this banner off as well. And then do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lighten your Saturday morning with an amazing young man's video. So let's have a little look at this. And then you're going to meet the man himself. Just a second. Here we go. Have a look at this.
Please choose a number between 1 and 100, including 1 and 100. Not including.
Back in the car and we're driving so far. Got my tunes playing loud. I know all of the parts, yeah. Back in the car, see the sounds in my heart. And it goes like this. I'm leaning on the window with my head against the pillow. Where will all the time go? Where will all my time go? I know that I am still young and my life has only begun, but I've lived a million years through the stories that I have sung, yeah. Back in the car and we're driving so far. Got my tunes playing loud. I know all of the parts, yeah. yeah. Back in the car, see the songs in my heart, and it goes like this. I wonder what I will see across all my life's journeys. Might just keep a journal for me in case I lose all my memories. Asking, are we nearly there? They say, what song have you got next? I say, I don't really care, just hope it keeps me out of my head. Yeah. Back in the car and we're driving so far. Got my tunes playing loud, I know all of the parts, yeah. Back in the car, see the songs in my heart, and it goes like that.
Good morning, Ben. Good morning,
Hello,
everybody watching today. Now, this is Ben, and this is Amanda Waring's lovely son. How are you today, Ben?
I'm right, a bit tired, a bit early for me at uni, but that's fine.
Oh, great. Where's the name Beckett come from then?
Beckett, well, yeah, it's derived from my house name.
Oh, really?
Beckett. Yeah, and I know, it's something, a lot of my kind of stuff is just, I wanted to kind of be rooted in that kind of nostalgia and that kind of homely feeling. So I thought, you know what? What's better than actually being named after my actual home where I grew up and where I spent most of my life. So
yeah, it's a great name. It's a nice, strong name, isn't it? Now that song of yours is absolutely beautiful. I love that back in the car and the video. And so I'll be talking about that in a little while. But how did this all start? Where did you get your inspiration from to make music?
All around, really. I think, yeah, I mean, music has just always been a huge part. Mum is obviously, you know, was in the West End, you know, singing, you know, every car journey, anytime it'd be, you know, singing our hearts out to all the different CDs. And it just kind of, and that kind of, you know, went into school as well, doing kind of theatre and stuff like that. And I just kind of, it's just always just been a huge part. So I think inspiration just, it kind of, I really got back into it. It was Frank Sinatra. I kind of had a reawakening of Frank Sinatra. Was kind of back when I was 14, 15, and I was like, oh, you know what? I love singing jazz. I love singing all this music. And that's just kind of evolved. That kind of became, I was kind of singing with my band over kind of secondary school. Then that kind of eventually kind of evolved into rap at the kind of start of university. Then kind of took that back when I kind of calmed down a little bit, and then kind of got to where we are now.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a very unique voice, you know, you've got a very unique style as well. It's incredible. So when you write your music, do you have a certain sort of process? How long does it take you to write a song?
I think it's usually quite quick. I know, I'll have the music and it will just kind of come quite quickly. It'll usually take about an hour for the lyrics. And then I don't really tend to change most of them because I just feel like, you know, when I sit down and write, I'm capturing that kind of how I'm feeling at that time, and it just kind of feels a bit wrong to go in and change it. You know, I'll make probably little changes, but thank you. There hasn't seen all the lovely comments coming in.
Yeah, lovely comments.
But yeah, I mean, usually it is quite a quick turnaround, especially with recording as well. I mean, that song there, you know, I'm not amazing when it comes to kind of all the tech stuff, and I do it all by myself, just kind of on my home computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I just kind of, you know, turn it around quickly and don't really kind of think about it too much, and just kind of just try and get out there, get out of my system, usually is how it works.
Yeah, I suppose that's the way forward now, isn't it? To try and do it yourself and get it out there quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you come up with the tune first and then the lyrics, or?
Yeah, well, I get my music from a great producer in Canada. So I work with him, and he produces the music. And then I'll kind of listen to that and I'll go, yeah, okay, there you go. This is what's inspired me. And then the kind of all the lyrics, and I'll record it and mix it and layer it and get it out there and just kind of, it's just good fun. It's good fun. I mean, it can be quite stressful sometimes and frustrating, but, you know, at the end of it, you know, it's that kind of relief of like, okay, leave it. It's done. It's out there now.
Yeah.
For everyone to hear.
So this, the song that we've just heard back in the car, that's quite a special song for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was
tell us about that.
It's inspired by my trips with my grandparents, kind of. Well, throughout, my parents are split, so every other weekend I'd be going to visit my dad, and it was always my grandparents that, my grandfather that would drive us up there. And, the whole way, forever we'd be listening to the Beatles, we'd be listening to Maroon 5, we'd be listening to the Planet Sweets. I can't remember. We'd be listening to a bunch of different things, kind of singing along the way. And then it was when I was about 13 when I got my first iPad, and I started kind of, exploring kind of iTunes and actually kind of working on, music tastes, kind of discovering different artists myself, and where I kind of came up with this system as a game. It was originally with my sister, and then it kind of evolved with my grandparents, where I kind of choose, I'd say at the start of the song, that's where that kind of little snippet at the start of the song is, I choose the kind of, I'd say I get them to choose a number between all my songs in my library.
Yeah.
And then whichever random number that was, I'd play that song, and then I'd sing along to that song. And that, was, the whole time, 2 hours. It would drive my granddad crazy sometimes. Like, we can have that, and he'd be like, "Oh, we have a little peace and quiet now." But he did like my voice. But so I wrote that with that in mind, and I wrote it during kind of, he'd been battling cancer for the last kind of 2 years, and sadly passed kind of this just August just gone. And so I kind of wrote that just last year, which is kind of where it was in the lockdown where I kind of finally started kind of writing these songs and kind of doing that. And it was just a nice thing. It was, in the kind of very kind of sad time, it was kind of nice to kind of look back on those memories. And, he was luckily able to hear it just before he passed. It was the last song I ever sang to him. I'd go up and sing to him, wet in his bed. So I was glad, and I got it released now. And I think it's nice to hear it and just have that as his kind of memory.
Yeah, it's a permanent reminder, isn't it? It'll always be there. Have you had a good response to the song?
Yeah.
We all love it, but yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope people like it. I really just try to capture that kind of feeling of how it felt for us, kind of being in the car and, just kind of having a good time, those good memories. And even though it was really sad, it's that bittersweet kind of both sides of the coin. It's like he's not here now, but he's immortalized in these memories and in these kind of good times. So I think people have sensed that in the song, and it is just, I think, especially in a time where not many of us are getting out in the car. Maybe it's not great timing, but maybe it's kind of giving people a bit of kind of like living through the song, being like, I remember being in cars and going on road trips,
driving around,
move around.
But not only that, you are actually a very talented filmmaker as well. I had a look on your YouTube at your platform short film that you made, which was so moving. It's incredible. And it was quite powerful. But what was the thought behind that then?
That was, there was a lot of stuff going on with that. I don't know. It was originally kind of like a comedy sort of thing, and then it kind of evolved, and it was went through a lot of stages. And I think the final thing, my uncle had also just passed, so I wanted to do something to kind of commemorate him, and just something, something again. That's kind of similar thing I probably find with a lot of my stuff. It's kind of like sad, but then it's kind of like it's both. It's a bit sad, a bit happy.
Yeah, it's got a little twist at the end, hasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. A bit of a twist at the end. So I've just seen my son musician in Bristol. Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm in Bristol. So what are you studying then? So I study film at it's a really small independent film school called Screenology, right by kind of Temple Mead Station, and it's great. It's really practical. Not so practical at the moment, sadly, because we can't really do much.
Yeah.
But trying to work on my final year film, and might end up doing a kind of huge. Well, I've got my EP coming out later on in the year, so I might do kind of music videos for everyone, and then that be my final projects. I've got some other stuff at the moment, but it's really saying, But it's good fun. It's been a good 3 years, and I'm definitely, it was a kind of a bit of a struggle to decide where I was going to go to, but Bristol's a great place, and it's like a full creative hub. So it's great being here.
So Jane says his early career and doing an MA in innovation in sound.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Master's
So
blind.
is that what you want to do? You want to go down both routes, filmmaking and music? Do you want to combine them and keep going down that route? Is that what you're aiming for?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I love both. I've kind of got it from my mum. You know, she does everything under the sun. So
yeah,
you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, what's the one?" I'll be like, I don't really want to do just one thing. So I mean, really, I think the main thing is just kind of storytelling. So whether that is through my music or through films or through art, you can't really see it, but I've got a bunch of drawings up on the side. You know, I think any creative outlet for anyone is just a really positive thing. I think a lot of the times people can be really hard on themselves. I fall into the same trap as well, but it's, you know, if it's something that you've created, it shouldn't be looked down upon. You shouldn't. It's just there at the moment. It's just great that, you know, I think as human beings that we're able to just kind of, you know, stuff in our brain and make it a reality. And that's what I love about music, and that's what I love about film. And film especially is the combination of all those different kind of creative outlets in one kind of final product. So.
And you're so young still, you know, you're still involved, and you can go down any route. There's, you know, you can the world is your oyster. But we were talking about your mum a minute ago. So we absolutely love your mum. She's super talented. You know, we absolutely love her. So what has it been like growing up with a famous mum?
It's been,
or was it normal for you?
Yeah, just kind of normal, really. I mean, it was kind of funny. Yeah, I think she's just so humble and great, and everyone, you know, loves her, and, you know, for obvious reasons. And she's just, you know, she's not like, it's just, I mean, it was just, I mean, one of the most amazing things I remember just being a kid was having my mum be essentially a Disney princess in an animated movie. Being like, that's my mum. And I'm watching this animated movie, and that's my mum's voice coming out. And, you know, working on, you know, the kind of her kind of Dignity films and being in those, it was just you know, that again was probably one of the reasons I've kind of decided to go in these kind of the kind of industry avenue of kind of creative arts. It's just, no, it's just inspiring to see her kind of do it all by herself and kind of just get some great stuff out there and help a lot of people while she does it.
Did she have you singing show tunes when you were young?
Not show tunes. It was a lot of, what do we have? A lot of Earth, Wind & Fire. Stevie Wonder was the kind of main thing, was, you know, just grooving out. Yeah,
so you just grew up with it, really, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was inevitable you were going to go down that route.
Yeah, it was quite difficult. I can't think of any kind of regular job that I'd want to do particularly. But I think, you know, everyone's has their different passions. You know, there's loads of people who wouldn't want to be doing kind of creative stuff and have, you know, passions in other aspects. I think just really just got to follow your heart. It's like Jim Carrey, that his quote, I think it's, you can fail at what you don't like doing, so you might as well try what you love doing. So, and I kind of that, I mean, he's a huge inspiration for me. And so I think, you know, that's kind of stuck with me as well. And Mum, you know, has always inspired me to kind of just be creative, do what I want to do, don't let anything hold me back. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to follow in her footsteps and all my other family members who are kind of in the industry as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So if people want to find out more about you and Ben or Beckett, where should they go? Yeah,
I mean, my Instagram is where most of my stuff is. It's just me, so I have no kind of marketing team. I am just a purely independent artist. So, you know, I've got a lot of stuff to juggle. So mainly it is just my Instagram where I put most of my stuff. I have got Facebook pages and kind of Twitter and stuff like that, but I think they're pretty much empty. Yeah. They're just kind of there.
Well, they won't be.
Instagram, Beckett Official is where most of my stuff is.
Yeah.
Great. When you were 16, that's mad.
Oh yes, Jane's a regular on here now. She's a friend of your mum's. So yeah. Great. Oh well, listen, it's been great talking to you. Thank you for coming on, and we can't wait to see what happens next. And we'll definitely have you back on again, telling us lots more. So thanks for joining us today.
You can't let him go because I need to say something.
I'm running away.
No, we're not going to let him go.
Me and Rich were just saying that it's like a combination between Chris Isaacs and James Blunt in a way. It was just your voice is just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
You had me at Frank Sinatra, but just for my question, I want to put it out there. If the universe is listening, who would you most like to collaborate and do a song with? Absolutely anybody.
Out of absolutely anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many people. I don't know. I think there's some great artists out there. You know, I think one big influence for me, especially, is the Rex Orange County. He's a UK artist. He's only 2 years older than me, but he was that kind of first guy that, you know, I felt, you know, wasn't that much older than me. He's got this kind of raw emotion, but really, again, like that kind of nice side. So I'd love to do a song with him. Or there's another guy, Steve Lacey, who's an amazing producer, amazing singer. And again, he's only 22 as well. So those guys are just, you know, those guys use inspirations like if they can do it at 22.
You had to butt in, didn't you, Sam? Sorry. One, Sam, ask away. Go on.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I just think when you're writing songs and making films, that it's such a brave thing to do, because you're not only putting yourself out there, you're putting your thoughts and your feelings out there. So what sort of inspires you, really? Like, I know you said obviously like your family members, and obviously your latest song is about your granddad and trips in the car with him. But what really just inspires you?
I think it's just that kind of thing of let's just create and have fun, and kind of, you know, and if I can make people feel good, you know, make people feel happy and kind of brighten their day a bit, then that inspires me completely. If I know that I've kind of done something that made someone laugh, made someone, cry in a good way, it just, you know, just made someone feel something, it's just so special, and that's just like hugely inspirational to me. So that's kind of my main motivator, to kind of be like that. And a lot of the stuff is also just kind of getting stuff off my chest, and the way I feel, and kind of, you know, the way I see things, and I want to, you know, try and connect with people and see if other people see things similarly or differently, and just kind of see how everyone reacts.
Absolutely. I'm so sorry, Rose didn't knock. Rose, go on then.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hello.
So, Ben, a question for you.
Okay.
If you were a ice cream dessert, which one would you be?
An ice cream dessert. Me and Grandpops, he loved choc ices. And I remember I never see those anymore, and they come in the little paper packets, and I never see those anymore. I do like the look of those, but I have to say, if I was going to be flavor wise, it'd have to be like the kind of, there's like the Ferrero Rocher kind of
nice
hazelnut chocolate flavor. It's just that is. I'll be having that for breakfast, but I ate my last Magnum last night. What did we watch? We watched Big last night. I ate a Magnum watching Big. So
love it. Listen, I think we should bring the woman of the moment, who's responsible for you, to the stage. Let's have a look. Here she is.
Hello, everybody, and
Hello,
Amanda. I don't know.
What an amazing view. You must be so proud of your son, Amanda.
I'm so proud of him, darling. I'm so proud of you, looking at you over there, because obviously we're separated at the moment. We've been for ages. Always, everything's on the screen. So I miss him, and I'm proud of him, and, you know, his music, and just, as you can see, he's just such. Sorry, darling, I'm saying in front of you, but such a lovely, kind, talented man. You're 20 years old now, sorry. So we got the 21st arranged. And Ben and I are both very, I think we are quite sentimental people. We have that lovely nostalgia. So, you know, to grow up with Ben, because that's how I see it, that we've grown up together, has been phenomenal pleasure, because I've just loved living with him. Forget the fact that he's been my son, which is lovely. He's just a beautiful person to live with. So yeah, I'm never letting him go. It's just as well he's far away.
You're gonna pull me through the screen.
I grew up with a mother who was a very famous astrologist. So she was famous for sort of doing the Beatles, doing the royal family. So Rose also grew up with me down there in the middle, and my house was very eccentric. I never knew who'd be downstairs when I came down from the bedroom, or what parties might be going on, or whether my mother wouldn't be in bed and had flown to LA. What crazy moments did you have with our Amanda as mum growing up?
Oh, I don't know. There's
We're before the water shop, by the way, so
don't drop her in it either.
I think there's been some crazy kind of coincidences and fun times. I think one time, I don't know. There's been so many things. I remember one time we had a hot air balloon land on the field, and that wasn't anything to do with Mum, but I feel like that kind of was to do with Mum, because somehow I think maybe she had a bow and arrow and she shot it down, but somehow she wanted that hot air balloon, and she has a great way of manifesting things that she wants. So I have a feeling that might have been to do with her, but I don't know. We just every day is kind of just a kind of a relaxed, fun day, and we didn't have. I think there's too much to go into. I don't want to give away all our secrets.
We've had some very extraordinary kind of adventures. And when Ben was about 3, before he started at school, we did like an epic tour of every eccentric B&B that I could imagine. And there's lots of things that Ben doesn't remember, but we did for his 18th. We went to America, and we've been to Iceland together, and we did a road trip for 3 weeks.
I remember those.
yeah. But yeah, so we've definitely had some interesting experiences and some really magical experiences, literally in both sense of the word. Like,
I love that. You know,
Can I just ask Ben? Yeah. I've got a Ben as well. My son's Ben as well, and I'm very close to him, like you are with your mum. But what is she like with girlfriends, Ben?
Girlfriends?
Is she good with girlfriends? Is she a very sort of protective mother?
No, she's fine during the time. If it's after the relationship, she'll obviously take my side, even if there's not really a side to take. She'll be like, I'll be like, it's fine. It's not mine, is it? No, but she's fine. I mean, I would be very kind of secretive about kind of any kind of stuff, really. So she wouldn't really know and be like, wait, what? You have a girlfriend? I'll be like, well, yeah, it's time you know after 5 years now. So,
well, I do know from speaking to Mum that she absolutely adores your girlfriend, and I'm very jealous about Iceland, because the closest Rich and I got to Iceland was two mornings ago at 6 a.m. Iceland online delivery, wasn't it, babe? So listen, we have Rose underneath me. I like that, Rose. Look. Hello. How are you doing? And obviously, we're here because we love you. And actually, last time I was on my own, people were saying, bring Rose on. So I've had to bring the old bag on, haven't I? But we're talking hair, aren't we, as well? Because you won't believe it, guys. She is actually a hairdresser. Yep, hair. I know. Come on. What am I going to do? My roots, right, are up here. What do people do to survive and like get away with the terrors? What can we do?
You can't do a thing. You've got to wait. Put some nice headscarves on. Because if you start doing it, you're going to do so much damage. And it's going to cost you a fortune. Not you, Claire, because you don't pay. It'll cost you a fortune to put it right.
The check's in the post. Yeah.
It just gives me more pain.
But more than that, because obviously you're an amazing hairdresser. But
it won't be that long. I think we've got about a month.
in lockdown, Rose, people are going crazy, and I just want to toss the baton to you first. We've had phone calls, and one thing that you've taught me is, for you, exercise is your passion that's getting into lockdown as well. Tell us about how it's changed your life.
Oh, well, there's a huge difference. I'm like this twin character that if I don't get up and do some exercise, everything gets me down. But if I get up, like this morning, I was up at 7:30 to do an exercise class on Zoom, and it sets me up for the rest of the day. And I'm buzzing, and or otherwise I can look at things totally the other side, you know, like I'm positive, and if I don't do exercise, I'm negative. So it kind of just saves my mind.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. What about you, Sam? How's lockdown going for you?
What about you guys? Do you like doing exercise?
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years back, me and my mum did a half marathon. So literally getting up and going running first thing in the morning, literally just saved my sanity. Well, if I've got any, let's be honest, I might not have any. But it really does set you up for the day. So I completely agree with Rose. Like 100%. When I was getting up and going running in the morning, it was brilliant because I was up, I was raring to go. Not first thing in the morning, obviously. By the time I finished the run, 100%.
Oh, I love that. Amanda, could you read out Sonia's comment for us, please?
Yes, darling. So Sonia says, I started doing long walks in October and now walk around 30 miles a week. Gosh, that's good. And I also started road cycling, and the freedom of them both have been transforming. Yeah. Oh, and riding a bike. Oh my gosh, I love that. Absolutely. When I can get my bike in the car, just I'm quite heavy, then I will cycle, but it's that effort and the wheels getting caught in the steering wheel and just like, oh, by the time and then I load it off again, I go, I'll do it next week. But when I do cycle, I do love that freedom. It's absolutely brilliant.
I absolutely love that. We're going to take a moment because as a little surprise for Jack Tyler right here, she recorded a little poem that she sent to me. And I've decided to share it with all of you. And it's called The Right One. And it was written by this lovely lady right here. Have a listen to this.
The right one. The right one will never make you wonder if you're good enough. They will show you that you are. You will never have to fear that they might leave, because the right one will never want to lose you. Don't be fooled by empty promises and intentions. The right one will prove themselves by their actions. You should not need to fight for a broken relationship, because it's not your job to mend what someone else broke. The right one would never put you in that position. Do not put people on pedestals and make them fit into your perfect vision, as often they don't live up to your expectations. Instead, rediscover your inner goddess. Remember what your needs and desires are. Recognise your inner beauty and strength. Don't drop your boundaries for anyone or tolerate more than you should. Have the certainty to know what you want and don't settle for anything less. The right one will give you the respect you deserve. If someone is not ready to go the distance with you, let them leave. The right one will be ready to walk with you. Never give the best parts of you to someone who cannot appreciate them. The right one will value and treasure what they receive. Always have hope. The right one is out there, the one who will love you as much as you love them, the one who will want to look after you, protect you and stand beside you, and will love you during the good times and help you through the bad times. The right one will know with certainty that you are irreplaceable.
Oh, I just love that. I've got to find Rose for 1 second. Let's have a little look. I had some problems with her signal. Right, so Rose, if you can see me there, we've got a question for you, because I certainly can't answer any of her questions. I want to take Rose for a second. We'll come back to that. Oh, she's gone. There we go. We're going to come back to that, Maria Evans. Don't worry, because as much as I play around with Rose, she is an incredible hairdresser. She saved me from some incredible disasters. Jack, don't you think that was, oh my God, look at that, Jack. Thank you. Oh, Jack, that has made me emotional. My husband left in October after 4 years telling me I was the right one. Seems it wasn't. But I'm learning to love myself, and in the hope that the right one is out there indeed. And indeed is, and Stella Henderson says, wow, I can relate so much to this. Well done, Jack, as I've been in a domestic violent relationship. Guys, listen, if you would like that video sent to your inbox, then just message me and I will send it to you. Jack writes me poems all the time. We've got some feedback, guys, so I'm going to have to see who I can take off. And I don't want to take Sam off, but I think it might be Sam. Oh, no, Sam, we'll try you again. Let's take Mum off.
Not even done anything yet.
I don't know who it was. I don't quite know who it was. As long as you guys can hear, I think if somebody got something on in the background that they can hear. Now, I do have a special surprise as well. I know that you guys like readings, and in about in 2 hours' time after this show, I'll be back on this page to give some readings. But we have a young lady out there who's watching right now called Chloe Needham, and she's a very talented clairvoyant who knew Derek Akora very, very well. And I've decided to give her a bit of a shove. So if you are watching, Chloe, I've sent you a link. You said you're feeling brave this morning, and I would love you to come on and do a reading, or maybe 2 readings. She's really talented. I do this to a lot of people sometimes, but I don't do it if I think they're not up to it. So let's just see if she's down there in the comments. Right, guys, I want to take you off for the moment, and I've got some questions to ask her as well. And I do apologise for throwing her into that, but I know you guys love reading. Hello, beautiful.
Hiya, how you doing?
I'm doing very good. Now, we've chatted lots, but this is the first time we've actually seen each other on video.
It really is.
So deep breath. I've asked you to come on today because I think you're an incredibly talented lady, and I've been watching you from afar. So you knew Derek Akora. Tell us how you knew the lovely Derek.
I met Derek. He was filming Ghost Towns in Canterbury, and I literally happened to come home from work for my day job and couldn't park. My husband moaned. He went, "Oh, can't park again." Walked around the corner and there was Derek and Daniela doing their divination on my neighbour. So it was fantastic, real sort of, and I'd spent so long saying, "Oh, I want to meet him before I die. There's one person I want to meet," and just to have him there was just wow.
Oh, absolutely lovely, absolutely lovely. Got to ask you something. So, I knew Derek, and one of the things about him was you could smell him coming with his aftershave. Remember?
Oh yeah.
What that aftershave was. Also, so how did knowing Derek help with your career then?
I never spoke out. I spent a lot of time at school. I felt so different at school. Stood away from a lot of people, and I found it really hard. No one could sort of understand because I got little messages come through and saw different bits, and I got bullied for that. So I stayed quiet. And then when I met Derek, he sort of showed me that it was okay to speak out about it, to be who I am and to accept it. And he gave me the encouragement and the support and the belief that I needed just to sort of give me that power to go forward.
Absolutely. See, I come from a Romany Gypsy family, so I've always had my family around me. So I've grown up to be quite a strong woman. But I know for anyone else that doesn't have that family unit, it can be quite a competitive and bitchy industry sometimes, can't it?
It can be very bitchy and competitive. See, I'm Romany, but I was adopted. So I was adopted away from the Romany side of it. But that's where my gift comes from.
Oh my
grandmother.
See, we've got so much to talk about, but I'm not going to hog you today. Is it okay with you, Chloe, if you pick a couple of people for readings and do some readings?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you okay if I hop off? I want to give this our own platform.
I can't actually see any comments at the moment, so
one up. Let's let me have a look. Let's have a little look. Stella Henderson, I'm going to pick you out as well. So Chloe is, let me introduce her while she homes into Stella, is a psychic spiritual medium, clairvoyant and clairaudient, and clairsentient plus empath. You don't work with cards. Your readings are through spirit, guys, either direct to you or to her or via her guides. What an opportunity this is. Absolutely lovely. If any of you are friends with Chloe, please do comment with her contact details because I can't find them to bring up as a banner. So over to you, beautiful. There you go.
Hi, Stella. Hope you're well. As I link into your energy, can I say around you at the moment, I feel there's a big sort of upheaval around you at the moment. I almost want to pick you up and move you and put you somewhere because I feel you're going between two places. It's almost, I don't feel you're physically in between two places, but I'm almost being shown and feel with you that there's part of you here and there's part of you there. There's somewhere you want to be. You're not quite where you want to be yet. I don't know if maybe you're moving and you're between two properties and the new property is somewhere you'd rather be. I feel this will come in for you and this will settle. I'm seeing around the month of July that things are settling down. But at the moment, there's a lot up in the air with you. I feel I want to give you time on your own and time for yourself, which I don't feel you're getting enough at the moment. I feel you're feeling pretty hemmed in. I think we all are from lockdown. But I feel for you, it's almost like you don't feel you're getting enough space to do what you want to do for yourself. Even simple things like having a bath, some candles is something you need to do for yourself, but I don't feel you're getting that time. I also want to say to you about a pregnancy around you. I don't feel this is with you. I feel this could be with a sister or even a daughter, but I'm certainly feeling a baby girl coming in around you as I'm being shown the colour pink. I'd also like to say to you about, have you got issues with a car at the moment? I'm being shown mechanical problems with a car. If you could let me know, please. I'm not actually seeing any comments coming out. Hang on, if I can see the comments. Right, okay, I've got the comments coming up. If you could let me know in the comments if you can take what I'm saying at all, please. That could be what it is. Obviously, I'm getting car with you. Was this done? Was there someone, I've got to say, was there someone you've fallen out with that done this? Because I'm being shown this like animosity coming in there, and it was someone out of spite or jealousy, like an act. Okay, your friend's trying to get pregnant. Yeah. Okay, I can see that's coming in. With this friend that's pregnant, I feel this will be the baby girl. If the yes is to the car and the animosity, this will stop. I do feel this has been, the car was one in a long line of things that's taken place. Oh, bless you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've got to say with you, I do feel that, are these neighbours the reason you want to move? Because I am being shown a house move with you. Don't bow down to these people. I feel these people, would this row have started by any chance with your neighbours over a garden issue at all? Okay, I'm being shown issues around a garden. I don't know if this is maybe something coming in, so keep it close because I'm being shown a garden issue around this. This could be something else coming in, but something connected to borders of the garden, like the fencing and what is yours, what is theirs. There's sort of something there with that one. I am being shown a definite move coming in, but certainly for the moment, I've got to say to you that I do feel there's a lady around you in spirit who I feel is your grandmother, and she's saying to me to tell you that you're not to move at the moment. You're not to back down. These neighbours, I feel they're people that they like to feel powerful. I don't feel you're the only neighbour they've had issues with. I feel this has gone on possibly before you moved there, before they moved there, if they moved in after you. But I'm certainly being shown issues with them and other neighbours as well.
Absolutely love that. Chloe, we're running short on time, but I think that Stella, you should get in contact with Chloe to go deeper with your reading. It's amazing. We've got a question for you here as well, because I've got to bring the other guys back on, but I'm going to be on again this afternoon, and I'll bring you back on again as well. Let me find that question. There's a question for you from Maria Evans. What's your view on that, Chloe?
No, my view, I believe when we pass over and we go to spirit, we actually forget all the bad things that have happened here. They're almost eradicated from our mind because we go to such a peaceful state of being and to such a sort of centered state that it's all gone.
Yeah,
it's a complete new start out there.
And Stella's saying yes, with your reading, it was her nanny Bet that you got as well. There we go. Let me just pull that as well. Look at us all on the screen together. We've been talking about mental health. We've been doing readings, and we've had music from the amazing Beckett there as well. So, Ben, can you remind people where they can view your video?
Yeah, on my Instagram account at Beckett Official. Or also there's a YouTube account. I've only got one music video up there at the moment for my first single, but that's also Beckett Official as well. YouTube does a weird thing when you put it in and it wants to change it to Beckett with a C. So you have to kind of go in and be like, it has the option like, oh, did you mean Beckett? It was like, no, I meant it was just with a K and 2 T's. So,
yeah, I had the banners this morning, didn't I? I had to sort of recheck it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? People are watching today and they can't go out if they're in the UK and they're all struggling. Sam, the highlight of our day is Amazon at the door. That's it. Like it's Christmas Day. Sam, we'll come to you first. Top tips for getting through lockdown for everyone that's struggling this dull weekend.
there is help out there. If you need anything, obviously reach out to anyone in the Lengro team. We are all here for you, 100%. And I think it's a very brave thing if you are asking for help when you need it. But I just think, just be kind and do something that you enjoy.
Yep. Yep. What about for you, Ben? Do you think that, babe, could you do that a bit quieter, please? What about you, Ben? If you're having a day with writer's block or anything else, what do you switch into to motivate you?
I mean, I'm currently obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons, which is great kind of procrastination of just kind of, you know, creating stories. Again, all of the stuff kind of comes back to creating stories. So I just kind of look through and find a bunch of arts to do stuff for my flatmates to keep them entertained. So that's kind of my main thing that I've been doing at the moment. But yeah, just kind of Netflix or the kind of black hole of YouTube and kind of tutorials and just random stuff.
Chloe, you've got someone that desperately wants to come on screen. Come on, introduce them. Let's have a look. Who's with you?
Oh, it's my dog. She's here, she's growling and she's barking and she's been a pain at the moment.
Oh, Jack, you tell Chloe, what's it like in Lengro Live sometimes trying to keep the family quiet?
I have 3 dogs, Chloe, and I'm just a nervous wreck the whole time because they're always barking. I tell them not to bark, but they just bark anyway.
She sits on the windowsill like a cat and just growls at nothing.
Oh, bless her. Rose.
She's only a baby, so yeah, come here. Yeah.
Have a look.
Come see hello. Come see hello.
That's my link to come to you, Rose. I love you so much.
All I want to say is I've fallen in love with a man that is in Vikings.
Oh, the Golden Girl.
Any of you guys watch Vikings on Netflix?
Em's been watching it.
Oh
She's been telling us all about it.
Gorgeous. And there's 6 episodes, so you can sit there all day watching this gorgeous man.
Ooh, you know what? Richard's out the room. Can you provide me with another reason for wanting to watch Vikings so I can like make him watch it later on?
The action.
Historical accuracy.
He is so hot.
God, I love a Viking history. I know it's good for history. It's like training my brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
It's
Chloe,
about history.
I love that. I'm going to get watching Vikings then. What are you guys watching out there, and how are you getting through lockdown? Amanda, talk to us and tell us your thoughts.
Oh, guys, well, it's just so lovely to see, and obviously with Ben being here today. So my thoughts for today, and for people that can get out or not, is to actually find out, do something that's going to really surprise you, like something really different. Like I will do bizarre things that suddenly will just like make me laugh because I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that, you know. So like you can see I've got drums. Oh, there we go. I've got drums behind me there. Even that brings me some interesting joy. But I've got drums behind me, so you know when I'm feeling low and down, I will grab a drum, and my neighbours love me, and I grab a drum and it really hard and go out on the field and just allow myself to express that either frustration or joy. So I think it, like Ben was saying, for me as a storyteller too, it's about finding ways to let your story out, like Jack did. Create your poems, get them out there, make a little form with them, and somewhere someone will just absolutely love and resonate with your words and thoughts, and that will help them. So yeah, my thing is get creative. Don't think there's nothing you can share that's worth anyone hearing. It's always worth expressing who you are.
I absolutely love that. Now listen, I'm not going to let people go without making an effort to uplift their day. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Sorry, Chloe, this is get used to the Lengro Live. I want you all to come up with the song that would uplift you. And I'm going to go first because I was inspired by Amanda. After the show, I want you all to go and play the song that is going to be your song that you think of. I'm feeling Stevie Wonder, very superstitious for me. A bit of a groove to it. Let's have a look. I want to come to you next, Rose. Give us a tune. What tune are you going to go and play to uplift you after Lengro?
Shaka Khan, Like Sugar.
Oh,
I love it. It's the funkiest track.
And do you know what? I want to know all of you watching as well. I want to know your songs that you want. I think me and Rose have boogied to that quite a bit as well. Okay, Jack, I'm going to come to you because you never mind when I put you on the spot.
Okay, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Elton John and Kiki D.
I like that. I like that. Amanda?
For once in my life, I've got someone who needs me. Stevie Wonder.
Oh, I love that. Chloe, what about you?
Brian Adams, Summer of '69.
Oh,
yeah. His concert, and that was one song that got the whole crowd moving. So
was he
I love
really
that.
concert?
Brilliant.
Oh, I love that. Come on, Sam.
Well, it's got to be my song of the moment, You Don't Own Me, out of the First Wives Club, because that is mine and my mum's road trip song, and it always makes us smile.
Are you going to follow that up with the whole Dirty Dancing album today?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Good girl. Good girl. Ben, what about you?
Probably Back in the Car by Ben. No. Probably You Were Meant for Me by Michael Franks.
Oh, I like Ben, will you come back another time and join the Lengro Madness?
I will be back for some more madness, of course.
Oh, I love that. And so, will you come back and do some more readings on a Lengro Live for us?
Absolutely. Love to. Thank you.
Isn't she great, guys? And I also want to say, don't forget as well, if you are bored today, you can always visit the Lengro website with the gemstone shop. Leslie's watching, so if you do have a comment about any gemstone, then she will happily get back to you as well. You can also get oiled up with the beautiful Sam in our essential oil shop. But more than that, all please try and stay positive. We are nearly through this, guys. And I think what I'm going to do to play us out is actually play something that you'll want to see again, and I certainly do. This is Beckett. Have a great weekend. Say bye, guys.
This is a number between 1 and 100,
Bye-bye,
including 1 and 100, not including.
Back in the car and we're driving so far. Got my tunes playing loud. I know all of the parts, yeah. Back in the car, see the songs in my heart, and it goes like this. I'm leaning on the window with my head against the pillow, thinking, where will all the time go? Where will all my time go? I know that I am still young and my life has only begun, but I've lived a million years through the stories that I have sung, yeah. Back in the car and we're driving so far. Got my tunes playing loud. I know all of the parts, yeah. Back in the car, see the songs in my heart, and it goes like this. I wonder what I will see across all my life's journeys. Might just keep a journal for me in case I lose all my memories. Asking, are we nearly there? They say, what song have you got next? I say, I don't really care, just hope it keeps me out of my head, yeah. Back in the car and we're driving so far. Got my tunes playing loud. I know all of the parts, yeah. Back in the car, see the songs in my heart, and it goes like that.
Right underneath her.